Hi, my name is Warren Hammond. I teach circus in Boulder, Colorado, and perform all over with my juggling show Smirk with Reed Bellstock. I'm going to take a few minutes now to teach you how I like to approach teaching the double stick or the flower stick. These I found to be the best tricks to start teaching double stick with. Double stick has, I consider, a very high initial learning curve if you start teaching this right here, the idle, right away. So I try to put that off for a while. So the first thing I have kids do is just roll it back and forth a little bit, just to see that, okay, here's, this, this level of control. Next, just start them with a few flips like this. Key, have them hold about a third of the way up the hand stick. The control point should be towards the end of the double stick and the hand stick. So little tosses just like this. I'll talk about, pretend the double stick is made of eggshells. You want to cradle it when it comes down onto the hand sticks. So have them slowly throw higher and higher. From there, start to get them to flip the stick, and I always mention that to do that, you're going to do the same thing you did before, then just raise one hand a little higher. So start with that, have them flip it the other way, maybe do some doubles. Next, when I teach these two, I like to mimic what they're going to learn on their next level of trick, right? So this, for instance, will help prepare them for tick-tock, or the idle. I'll teach them one helicopter spin, and what I tell them to focus on is to pull one hand back, push one hand forward, while still raising their hands. Just like that. Then I'll move to cross arm. And for this, the key is to tell them to cross their arms, not the hand sticks, right? And this is when I start to introduce the concept of keeping your hand sticks parallel, right? Because if you have them like this, it will start to roll in or out. So cross up the hands, keep the hand sticks wide. From there, I'll move to small hand stick releases. So just have them bend at the knees, raise up, let go for a split second. Then catch them. And then I start building into combinations of these tricks, so that they can start to feel like they're putting together like a routine. So maybe cross-armed to hand stick release, or cross-armed to a flip. I'll move them to under the leg as well. And I think it's really important to do a lot of these very simple tricks up front, because you want to give a series of small successes to keep them interested and to keep anyone feeling good about the progress they've made. So, last one, because especially kids just love this. I'll move to this trick right here. And the key for that one is I tell them to throw it in the air and then point their fingers to catch it. Like that, between the hand sticks and their fingers. Tilt it back and then forward. One I'll teach before that, just to get them used to the idea, is to just roll it up to the chin and then back down. So from there, I'll move to tick-tock exercises or idle exercises on the ground. And so I feel like this is where most people start with the double stick, and I think building up to this is actually key, not starting with this exercise. Again, I remind them not to tilt their hands in or out, but to push. And a big key is to tell whoever you're teaching to bring it all the way almost to the ground, right? Because a very, very common mistake, and if you can anticipate it, that's great, is people will try to double stick like that. They'll get nervous, they'll bring their hands together, they'll hit it a lot, when really you want nice, big dips. You want to bring the double stick as parallel to the ground as possible. From there, I'll tell them to do one hit in the air, and then see if they can lay it back down, just like this. Move it to the other side, same thing. As much as I can when I'm teaching juggling, I try to do it in what I say is slow motion for the students. So if you can animate the object for them in slow motion, so anyone who's doing it has time to think about what they're doing, I think it's very powerful, very useful. So what we're going to do, I call drop, push, hit, catch. So the first step is you're going to pick one hand that you're going to drop. So go ahead and drop that hand, right? That'll cause the double stick to start to dip. Then you're going to push with the other hand, hit with the hand you just dropped, and then catch. And so I'll animate this with them 3 or 4 times, and then let them try it on their own. So, do you double stick? Yes, he does. So drop, push, hit, catch. This gives a very simple, very achievable goal, I think, especially if you've done all these different warm-ups that kind of, really all of these warm-ups are designed to teach the student basically just how to control it, right, once you get to this point. So, yeah. And then I say, okay, once you can do 100 hits of tick-tock or an idle, we'll start to move to the helicopter. And then for that, all I tell them to do is they're going to point their hands in a little bit. One hand's a little higher, one hand points high, one hand points low. And for the first hit, I always tell them to really pull back with the hand that's pointed up. So you're here, pull back, just like that. I don't teach what's it called, like the double sticking, usually, because most students I find just discover it on their own, you know, and then that's a great thing for kids too. If they feel like they've discovered something or they found something out, they're super excited to tell you about it and more likely to remember it. So I just teach single sticking, and then someone will come up to me really excited and be like, look what I figured out. And great, they've learned it on their own, and that's even more powerful.